Hi Sagittarius, welcome to Higher Source Tarot for your Financial Abundance Tarot and Oracle card reading. This is a money and career reading for all Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Welcome. If you're new here, I post new readings on Friday and Monday. This reading is a bonus reading, so if you don't mind hitting the like button on it, it helps so people will see it in the algorithm. And then my other request is, if you know what these guys are, leave a comment for me. I don't know what they are. I found them in my office and I just think they're so cool, but I don't really know what do you do with them and what are they for. All right. What advice do you have for Sagittarius about money, please? What does Sagittarius need to know to attract financial abundance and prosperity? Guidance for Sagittarius about money, please. All right, now we are going to take whatever this was as the advice, part of the advice. It was the King of Pentacles there. All right, we will cut these, and then the Oracle cards have already been shuffled. We'll just cut these for the good of the cause. That's the Fortune Oracle. This, of course, is the Moonology manifestation. We'll get back to this King of Pentacles in a moment here. In the past, you have last quarter moon in Aries, present new moon in Sagittarius, the future, the first quarter moon in Leo, and the advice, last quarter moon in Aquarius. And then we have here the owl in the past, judgment, birth, I like it, and the phoenix is in the advice. The tarot in the past, you've got the Ace of Swords, the Four of Wands, and the Chariot. That's actually not too bad. In the present, you've got the Knight of Wands, the Knight of Swords, and the Lovers. And then in the future here, whoops, we've got the Five of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles, and the King of Cups. Now listen, you've got three knights. Knights are on a quest. We'll see if we get the fourth one. But what I have to tell you with this, the Knight of Pentacles, that's your financial guardian angel. That's a very good card to have in the future. You have the 10 of Wands here, the 4 of Cups, and the 9 of Cups in the advice, along with, I mentioned, along with this King of Pentacles. So I definitely feel like they're saying, be careful about aiming for low targets. You might hit one of them. You don't want to do that. But I do feel like with this, I feel like you're leaving behind something that brings up some conflict. If you're having some sort of personal conflict that's affecting you in terms of finance, it's something that you don't get along with someone at work and you're looking to make a change, or it's just you've outgrown it. That also could be part of this situation here. I definitely feel like you're going to do just that. There's something about that Five of Swords, though, in terms of leaving behind conflict, not wanting to take it with you. In the past, you have worked through your feelings. There are spiritual messages and great wisdom to be found during this period of transition. So you do have something here about moving, traveler moving with this. If you got married and this is in the past, this Four of Wands is a wedding, of course, we know that. But it's also a law of attraction energy, and it's a stepping stone. So for somebody here, you may be doing some networking, and even if you don't mean to, you meet somebody in a situation that has nothing to do with work. And the next thing you know, they're asking you, have you ever thought about real estate? I'd love to have somebody come and work on my team. That sort of thing. So that Ace of Swords represents an opportunity, but it's also newfound clarity. So those of you that have had an aha moment, the Chariot wants to drive it home. The Chariot is like, talk about a card of success. It's a card of attainment in that very driven energy. So if you find that you almost can't seem to stop it, like you can't seem to get this idea out of your head, it's time to move forward with it. So we have here Gemini and Cancer, just by the way. We've got quite a bit of earth, water. We've got all the elements. So if there's something too in terms of you actually did get married or you actually moved with this, because the Chariot could also be relocating. I do feel like you're going to keep moving forward with that, even if you've had a lot of like what feels like a very busy chaotic energy around you. I do get this energy with these two knights. I told you they're on a quest. There's something about this with the Archangel Raphael and the Lovers. He's the guardian angel of travelers. So if you've been trying to plan out some kind of travel and you're like, get out of the way, I'll take care of this with the Knight of Swords, I do feel like you're going to have everything work out here. Focus on the positive. Soul searching will bring inner peace to many areas of your life, because especially with that Knight of Swords, he can be a bit agitated and feisty. He does tend to want to do things on his own. And like I said, he's like wanting to go fast. He's like getting behind the wheel of a Maserati and driving it as fast as you can. I'd also say with this, so be careful if you are on the road, because you may encounter a Knight of Swords, somebody that you inadvertently pull out in front of them. Maybe you don't see them coming because they're driving so fast. And it's one of those things where you can turn, but you don't see it. And then they start honking and stuff. I'd let that go so fast. I wouldn't even bother with them. So if that's for you, this is in the present. If you even just had that, you go, oh my God, that just happened to me. Then you know they're talking to you. So with these two Knights though, again, if you are doing something with travel, I feel like you're going to have a few follow-up calls and things like that to make the arrangements, but I do see it working out. Now, if it's something to do with a move as well, or even a job change, I mentioned, you have something that comes in here. It feels kind of sudden. It may be unexpected. I guess that's what I'm getting, like somewhere where you've made a connection that you didn't realize is actually going to progress into something career related. Now, the energy of the Lovers, that Archangel Raphael, it's a card of choices, but it's also too a card of being connected with the divine. So pay attention to your dreams. I told a sign earlier, I had a dream last night that I was at a farmer's market reading tarot. I had my own booth set up and I was selling a book I wrote. I was like selling things and reading cards. It was really wild, but I look at that and I think, God, what if that happens to me at some point? Maybe not here, but I could see things like that in the future. It would be interesting. So especially if you have a dream where you wake up feeling intrigued, like I just described, I feel like they're saying, be aware of that, pay attention to it, but don't just pay attention to it, do something with it, because that Knight of Wands will have you wanting to take action. So in the future here, you have be humble, and universal energy brings you opportunity and possibility. So I definitely feel like you're going to be in the right place at the right time. Now, if you haven't moved, but you're thinking of moving, I didn't point this out, but the Lovers is the card of 6. The Chariot is the card of 7. So it's like a choice. They're trying to tell you it's time to make a choice that's really going to bring things forward, move things forward in a very driven, very concrete way. So I definitely feel like if something didn't work out the way you thought it was going to, with this 5 of Swords, there's conflict here, but some of this can be a mental battle. But if it didn't work out and you say, I'm just going to go in a new direction. I moved to a place for a job. I don't think I like working there. I want to move on to something else. You have a better opportunity. So for somebody here, I feel like you may have been brought to an area to actually present you with this Knight of Pentacles, that guardian angel, that financial guardian angel. Now, if you had a turn of events where perhaps you had a difficulty or challenge getting money back for a down payment, or from some other area like a security deposit or something like that, and it's been a lot of follow-up, those Knights are working in tandem with one another. And so with the Knight of Pentacles and the outcome, that's a great card. Out of the 3 Knights that are here, that's definitely the one I'd want in a money reading, because he brings the money back to you. Now, it's also too with the King of Cups, this is a card of you've got safety, security, you've got longevity here. So if something didn't work out, you have a new opportunity that's going to last. Even if you say, I'm almost getting whiplash by this. I went for one thing and now I'm suddenly changing to something else. That Knight of Pentacles, though, is long-term solutions. And the King of Cups is your heart's desires. So you've got another king here, by the way, that King of Pentacles that fell out. But you also have here to reflect on your priorities. Be prepared to be renewed after a period of crisis. So this, again, is in the advice. So if you do have something where you're kind of pushing against, I wouldn't be too worried about it. Now, I'll tell you what, that 10 of Wands energy, with these other cards here, I do feel like your extra effort will pay off, and they're trying to tell you it's not forever. So if you feel like, when is it going to be my turn? You have an offer coming in here, and that 9 of Cups is wish fulfillment. It's one of the lottery tickets of the tarot. So I do keep feeling like you're going to have an encounter with somebody that's really going to help you either on your career path or with a move. It feels a bit unexpected, like you're in, like I said, you're in the right place at the right time, but it's almost like you're meeting them in an area where it has nothing to do with work or moving. So especially if it's something like recreational or somewhere like you're at a coffee shop or something like that. But the King of Pentacles is gold. So definitely expect to have an increase in money here, to have new opportunities. And that Nine of Cups, if it is something with travel, that's a card of hospitality and sitting pretty. So good things are on the way for you, Sagittarius. I love you, and I'll be back again soon.